another one that's been going around is dropping the youth vote to the age of 16. Now, actually, all my children are older than 16 now because my youngest is getting ready to turn 18. God help us all. In the UK, correct me if I'm wrong, at 16, you actually don't have a lot of freedoms. You can't do a whole lot of things. You can't smoke. You can't technically own things. You can't vote. You can't serve in the military. You can't drink. You can't do that. List goes long and long and long. But that demographic leans more labor. So labor is floating, giving them the vote. Again, big picture wise as an analysis, this is just something you throw against the wall when nothing else is working and you want people to talk about what's not working. So I understand that. But if you took the policy on the face of it, it feels ridiculous. It looks ridiculous. Is there any chance this is going to be anything other than a big social media blow up and a political distraction?
No, I don't think it is. And the justification that the government has put behind this is that, well, 16 and 17-year-olds are able to work and pay taxes, and therefore they should have a right to say where those taxes go. However, the data just reveals a completely different story. We've seen that about 30%, I think it's 33% of 16 to 17-year-olds are working in some capacity, whether that be full-time or part-time, and therefore paying taxes on that income, compared to roughly 60% of 18-year-olds. So this argument that, well, because they're able to pay taxes and work, that they should be able to vote, doesn't actually hold water, because the majority of them are not doing that. But to go to the point you mentioned about how this is just, political gerrymandering in some capacity, I don't think that that's an insane observation to make, an unworldly observation to make. We've seen time and again, election after election, 18 to 24-year-olds specifically are much more likely to vote Labour than other age groups. We know that the majority of 16 and 17-year-olds, there were a number of mock elections done during 2024 to see how schools would actually vote. And we've seen that the vast majority of them ended up returning some type of Labour government. Now, combining this with the fact that teachers are going to obviously be providing this education, there is a substantial risk that impartiality of teaching politics is going to be lost. And again, we know that the majority of teachers vote Labour. So there is, like I say, a significant worry that this is going to create an echo chamber where teachers who are already supporting Labour are going to turn around to students who are much more likely to support Labour and tell them to vote for Labour.